What's up guys? So in this video, this is my follow-up review of KC Castor Harman version. If you remember last time, gumawa ako ng unboxing and review, which is ito yung configuration niya, up, up, down, down, or sa binary 1100. Before I begin, please take note of this. Lahat ng mga sasabihin ko dito is just my personal opinion based on my experience using the product almost 3 months. Just take it as a grain of salt. So let's proceed. Starting from base, itong sub-base is responsible sa rumble. Nakalagay naman dyan sa baba. By default, sa experience ko guys, ano siya, yung base niya is hindi siya adequate for me. Meron siyang base syempre, pero hindi pa siya adequate. What I did, bumili ako ng foams for tuning. Yung tuning foams na yun guys, excuse me, separate niya siyang mabibili for reducing the treble and upper mids. Kasi yun yung ano na yun, yung tuning foams na yun. And then, by that, nag-increase yung bass and yung lower mid-range na increase ng kahit papaano. So, that's yan yung sa bass, guys. Right now, yung bass niya is ano na siya, adequate na. Hindi siya sobrang flat na parang anemic na yung dating. By the way, sa mid-bass, okay naman siya. Smooth naman yung transition niya going to the mid-range. Wala naman siyang mid-bass bleed na tinatawag. Punta na tayo sa mids. By default, based sa experience ko din, manipis yung mid-range niya. Nakikita nyo naman yung scoop na yan, oh. Lower mid-range tawag. Yung scoop na yan, yes, magbibigay siya ng clean sound, but a cost of thinness to the body. Like I said, ang nipis ng mid-range niya. Modding it using the tuning foam, nagkaroon ng body yung mids, yung vocals, yung strings, and other instruments na dito nagsishine sa part na yan. The first time I listened to it, it reminds me of V-shape sound signature kasi yung mga V-shape sound signature, they prioritize bass and treble rather than the mids. So the result is recess yung mids compared sa bass and treble. So let's go sa upper mids. Dito, laging nag-elevate or even earlier sa 2 kHz yung upper mids. And ano yung result niyan? Yung focus sa soundstage guys, kung alam yung soundstage, napupunta sa harapan ng mukha nyo yung tunog. This is obvious sa mga vocals. Kung nakikinig kayo ng mga vocal-centered na mga songs, doon yan manonotice. Dito yan nagsashine sa upper mids, tsaka yung mga instruments like guitars. But too much elevated upper mids can sometimes be bad. Like yung sa Castor, ito. Kahit na na-modify ko na, kasi itong part na to, yung sa treble, na-modify ko na siya. Nabawasan yung sibilance niya. Nasa ano na siya, tolerable level na. But yung upper mid, sandyan pa rin siya. Hindi pa rin siya totally na tame. Finally na ma-tame siya. Kailangan ko pang gawin na pumunta sa equalizer and then tone down by negative 3 decibels para maging comfortable na siya pakinggan. Basta ganyan guys, I'm telling you. Kahit sa ibang in-ear monitors na budget, makikita nyo yung mga elevated mids. Kahit even here, 2 kHz earlier. Yan yung naging experience ko dito sa Castor. But the rest, treble, okay naman, detailed siya. May enough air extension. Ito yung air na tinatawag, yung pinaka high-end ng audio spectrum. That's sa sa treble. So, inuna ko yung sa sound kasi ito yung importante sa akin. Importante ito na malaman ng mga gustong bumili ng product na ito. For me, worth it naman siya. It offers a lot sa kanyang price. So, technicalities, maganda siya. I'm not gonna say it's balanced since by default, parang yung tunog niya V-shape. Pero nung na-modify ko na siya, it sounds good na. Okay, so ihuli ko yung comfort. Comfort is subjective. It varies from person to person. So, iba-iba yung anatomy ng ears natin, yung earlobes natin. Iba-iba yan, guys. Sa akin naman, fit naman siya. And by default, yung kanyang Starline tips na gonna say transparent, na white. Yung left niya, sa left ear ko, dumudulas siya. Any IEMs pwede to. So, I have a tip for you guys. Did you know that you can flip your ear tips? Yes, it's possible. It's part of modification process. Kung gusto nyo, it's optional lang. para mag-improve yung not only the sound but also the comfort ng inyong in-ear monitors. Ang ginawa ko, I'll provide the picture there sa screen. As you can see, hindi siya yung included na ear tips. Yan yung isa ko pang ear tips na galing sa iba kong IEMs na naman hindi ko ginagamit. So ginamit ko siya dyan since shallow lang naman yung insertion ng castor unlike sa iba. Ginawa ko, reverse ko yung tip niya. By the way, pwede nyong gawin yan by kung meron kayong screw or nail na hindi naman yung sobrang laki, yung tama lang, yung mag-fit lang dun sa stem na tinatawag ng ear tips. Tapos i-reverse nyo yun. Sa YouTube, maraming dun, tutorial kung paano gawin. Madali lang yun. But sometimes it's hard din. It's gonna take some time. Kasi syempre hindi naman madaling process yan. But it's up to you kung gagawin yun or not. But it's just my suggestion. Once again, worth it ba? Yes, it is worth it. From this price, it offers a lot of features and technicalities. And yung kanyang guys, switches, it's not a gimmick. Manonotice nyo yung difference sa sound pag tinaturn nyo yung switch on or off. Like sa akin, try ko i-turn on yung 3 and 4 switch. Nag-improve yung treble niya. Nga lang, mas magiging aggressive siya. But it's gonna make it more bright pag na-turn on yung 3 and 4 switch. So, for me, no need. By the way guys, meron pala tong meron siyang pro version. Yun yung refined version niya. But, they're almost the same. And, the other reviewers say na less yung bass nun. Mas less pa dito sa original. Then, much brighter siya. Wide nga yung soundstage and much brighter pa compared dito sa original. So, this is cheaper. Ito na lang yung bilhin nyo. Okay. Alright, so, thank you guys for watching this video. And always, stay safe and God bless.